Welcome back to CarWow 787, where we dive deep into everything related to big rigs, diesel power, and the machines that keep the world moving. If you're a trucker, fleet owner, or just a diesel enthusiast, you found the right place. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Today, we're taking a closer look at one of the engines that's become a popular choice in the North American heavy-duty trucking market, the PACCAR MX-15 engine. Now, if you've been behind the wheel of a Kenworth or Peterbilt in the past decade or so, there's a good chance you've encountered the PACCAR MX engine lineup. Specifically, the MX-13 and the MX-15 have become common sights in many fleets. But while the MX-13 has been widely covered, the MX-15 deserves a closer look, especially considering its growing adoption, solid performance metrics, and reputation for reliability when maintained properly. Let's start by talking about where this engine comes from. The PACCAR MX-15 is built on European roots. It's essentially a product of DAF Trucks, which is a subsidiary of PACCAR, and has been proven on the roads of Europe for years before making its way to the US. The platform that underpins the MX-15 has been refined over multiple generations, and PACCAR made adjustments to ensure it would meet the specific demands of the North American market. That includes long-haul applications, heavy-duty vocational work, and tough environmental conditions. The MX-15 is a 15-liter inline-six engine, and it's built to deliver both performance and efficiency. In terms of power output, you're looking at ratings ranging from 405 to 510 horsepower, with torque figures between 1,450 and 1,850 pound-feet depending on the configuration. What that means in real-world terms is that this engine has more than enough muscle to handle just about any over-the-road application. Whether you're hauling drive-in freight coast to coast, or you're pulling a fully loaded flatbed through the Rockies, the MX-15 gives you the torque you need at low RPMs to get up to speed and stay there with minimal shifting. One of the key advantages of the MX-15 is its fuel efficiency. PACCAR engineered this engine to optimize combustion and reduce fuel consumption without sacrificing power. It features a common rail fuel injection system that provides precise fuel delivery under all load conditions. That's important for maximizing your miles per gallon, especially in today's economy where every drop of diesel counts. Many fleet operators have reported fuel economy numbers that compete closely with or even exceed those of comparable engines from Cummins or Detroit. The MX-15 also includes advanced engine management software that continually adjusts performance parameters based on load, terrain, and driving style. This kind of technology is designed to make the engine not just powerful, but smart. It's a big help for drivers who want a responsive engine that adapts to the job at hand. It also reduces unnecessary wear, which helps with longevity and maintenance costs. Now let's talk about durability. The PACCAR MX-15 has a B10 design life of 1 million miles. That means that 90% of these engines are expected to still be running at that point without needing a major overhaul. It's built with compacted graphite iron in the block and cylinder head, which is stronger and lighter than traditional cast iron. That makes the engine more durable and helps reduce overall vehicle weight, which in turn helps with payload capacity and fuel efficiency. On the cooling and lubrication side, PACCAR uses a variable speed fan and an optimized oil flow system to maintain ideal engine temperatures and lubrication at all times. That not only helps extend the life of the engine, but also makes it less likely that you'll run into overheating issues under heavy load or in high-temperature environments. It's a small detail that makes a big difference when you're hauling 80,000 pounds through a hot Texas summer or climbing out of Salt Lake City with a full load. The turbocharger on the MX-15 is also worth a mention. It's a variable geometry turbo, which means it adjusts to provide the right amount of boost depending on the engine's needs. That results in better throttle response, smoother acceleration, and more consistent power delivery. It also helps improve engine braking performance, which is a big benefit when you're descending steep grades and trying to manage your speed without burning out your service brakes. Let's move into maintenance. The MX-15 is designed with serviceability in mind. Oil change intervals can stretch up to 75,000 miles under ideal conditions, although most fleets tend to do it more frequently for safety and longevity. The engine also features easily accessible filters and diagnostic ports, making it simpler for mechanics to perform routine service and troubleshoot issues quickly. And PACCAR's diagnostic systems, like DAV4, provide detailed insights into engine performance, making it easier to identify problems before they lead to costly breakdowns. One thing to keep in mind is that while the MX-15 is generally reliable, like any engine, it has its common issues. E.g., system components and after-treatment sensors have been known to cause problems, especially if regular maintenance is neglected. DPF clogging and DEF dosing problems can also occur over time, particularly for trucks that do a lot of stop-and-go driving or idling. But to be fair, those are issues that affect nearly all modern emissions-compliant engines, not just PACCAR. Speaking of emissions, the MX-15 uses a combination of EGR, DOC, DPF, and SCR to meet EPA standards. That's a mouthful, but basically it means that the engine recirculates exhaust gases, oxidizes particulates, traps soot, and uses DEF to reduce NOx emissions. It's a complex system, but it's necessary to stay compliant and avoid fines. Just make sure you're using high-quality DEF and following maintenance schedules to keep everything running smoothly. A lot of drivers ask how the PACCAR MX-15 compares to engines like the Cummins X15. The truth is, both engines are excellent in their own right, but they cater to slightly different preferences. Cummins engines are known for their widespread support network and have a bit of an edge in terms of aftermarket parts availability. However, PACCAR engines are extremely well integrated into Kenworth and Peterbilt trucks, which allows for better optimization and often fewer issues related to compatibility or communication between systems. PACCAR also tends to offer quieter operation and slightly better fuel efficiency in some applications. In terms of driving experience, most drivers report that the MX-15 feels smooth and responsive, especially in combination with automated transmissions like the PACCAR 12-speed. The power band is wide, which means you don't need to constantly hunt for the right gear, and the torque is available down low, which is exactly what you want when you're hauling a heavy load from a standstill or climbing a hill. So who is the PACCAR MX-15 best for? If you're an owner-operator looking for a solid engine with good fuel economy, a quiet ride, and solid performance, the MX-15 is definitely worth considering. It's also a good choice for fleets that prioritize uptime and want an engine that integrates well with PACCAR support and maintenance network. Just make sure your shop has experience with PACCAR engines, as some independent mechanics may be more familiar with Cummins or Detroit. Before we wrap up, it's worth mentioning that PACCAR offers a strong warranty program for the MX-15, including extended coverage options that can give peace of mind, especially if you're running high annual mileage. That kind of protection can make a big difference if you're trying to manage operating costs and minimize unexpected downtime. At the end of the day, the PACCAR MX-15 is a solid, modern heavy-duty engine that brings a good balance of power, efficiency, and durability. It's not without its quirks, and it might not be the perfect fit for every application, but for a lot of drivers and fleets, it strikes the right balance. As with any engine, how well it performs over the long haul depends on how well it's maintained. Stay on top of your service intervals, use quality parts and fluids, and take care of your truck, and the MX-15 will likely return the favor with many miles of reliable service. Thanks for sticking with us through this deep dive into the PACCAR MX-15 engine. If you've got experience with this engine, good or bad, drop your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your stories from the road. And if there's another engine or truck component you want us to cover in a future video, let us know. Before you go, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you get notified every time we upload a new video. We've got more great content coming your way, from in-depth reviews to real-world comparisons and interviews with people who live life on 18 wheels.